Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is March the 5th, 2018. Strong hand, long-term thinking. And of course, I am now in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is close to 6 a.m. in the morning here, and it's already the 6th where I am. And I'm a little bit out of the loop, but I needed to do my show for the day because I post a new show here every single day. Now, I wanted to also say that I'm trying to read my notes here, and that, yes, buy and hold, long-term thinking. Crypto dividends, baby. Check out the notes section below. If you want to attend the Los Angeles event on the 17th of April, tickets are being sold. The event in Boulder has been moved to Denver. It's going to be tremendous on the 25th of April. Check out links below. And of course, check out links below to get your Trezor Ledger t-shirts as usual. And find out about the event here in Johannesburg. Matt Brown's event I'm going to be at on Wednesday. It's huge. I was just hanging out with Matt a few hours ago here in Johannesburg. It's surreal to be back here in Africa, but I am back in Africa. And I'm just, I guess I'm up for the day now at 6 in the morning or whatever it is now. I've been up since 3 a.m. And so anyway, let's get into whatever news there is here. Andy Hoffman, I did not read this story, but he sent me a story about BRhodium. BRhodium is getting closer, I guess, to being, well, check out his article, The Explorer he mentions. If you're interested in BRhodium, check out the link below to Andy Hoffman's article that gives you an update about BRhodium. And everyone watching this live, if you want me to answer your questions, you can do the super chat as I can't see you otherwise, or you can come to one of my events in Johannesburg on Wednesday. Or if you're hanging out at the blockchain corporate event on the 8th and 9th here in Johannesburg, which I will be at, I won't be speaking there, or come to Los Angeles or Denver in April, and maybe Calgary in July. There's a sneak peek for people that are watching this. Pound that like button. If you like me saying pound that like button and giving you sneak peeks and being in Africa and traveling all around this freaking world to give you updates about what is really going on. And hey, man, I am in Bryanston, I guess they call that, which is near in the suburbs of, if you want to hang out. I don't have much time to hang out. Everyone's been trying to email me. I've got to get, Abraham, I got to get in touch with you, Tawanda, all sorts of people are trying to get in touch with me, and it's hard to juggle everything here. But if there are other people I don't know about that are around here that are coming to Matt's event, that you just contact me anyway. If you're outside of South Africa now, don't contact me. Wait a little bit unless it's very urgent because I'm behind on emails and stuff. So yeah, and Matt's event that Tonebase is going to be simulcasted in. I'm speaking live, and Lauren Gamaroff is speaking live Wednesday night here in Johannesburg. I don't know the name of the exact location. What's the name of this darn suburb we're in? It's Bryanston, but then there's another name. It's where all the businesses are. But anyway, there's going to be like over 200 people there, or close to 200 people. It's going to be rocking. I actually made a video to promote it that Matt should be tweeting out. I'll retweet it. Follow me at TechBalt, people, if you like these exclusive type of things. I have been tweeting things out, exclusive type of information, stuff you're only going to learn by following me on Twitter, because I can't do a show every darn second of the day. But I wish I could. I wish I could, simulcast show a lot of my life live, not the personal parts of my life, but the things I'm thinking about Bitcoin, I wish you all could, sometimes I write down ideas in the middle of the day. I wish I could just make a video, but it's difficult to post lots of videos, and a lot of work goes into this stuff. So I always do a complete notes section below. So I appreciate it when people do check out the link section below and read, because some of you then ask me questions which are covered in the link section, and it's just very repetitive. And anyway, you should learn reading comprehension. Most of you guys are 20%ers, right? You understand reading comprehension, listening comprehension, and everything, and won't waste my time, which I appreciate a lot, because there's not a lot of time these days, traveling all around and everything. And just Bitcoin is a busy world. You got to be in motion, baby. All right, so we talked about Andy Hoffman on Steemit. We're going to talk about some more Steemit in a little while. You can watch this live on Steemit right now. I'm Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. Join Steemit. You know, monetize your creative activities, people. Seriously, and just turn it into Bitcoin eventually. Earn that Bitcoin through earning Steem, which you turn into Bitcoin. Never buy Steem. Only earn it for free. Turn it into Bitcoin, the real thing. You can't beat the real thing, baby. All right, so here is something by Munib, a guy on Twitter. He says, crypto's old guard is cautious when the markets rise and patient when they fall. Okay, people, experience matters here. Experience matters. You got to remember that because there are a lot of newbies out there. Matt Brown and I were actually talking about all the newbies, and I was just recommending to people the World Crypto Network, who are all experienced people, and how he should spread the word about the World Crypto Network. But we're a calm group. We're long-term thinkers. We don't go too crazy when the price goes up. I mean, I've been happy, obviously, when the price goes up. You can be happy, but you can't go get irrational. But you can't get the other side of things. You can't be irrational either. When it's going down, you're cautious. You're cautious. Well, you're patient. Excuse me. You're patient when they fall. You're cautious and you're patient all the time. Be cautious all the time in here. Be patient. Long-term thinking. Repeat that to yourself over and over again. And actually, that reminds me of the video that I posted yesterday. That was a tape video. Because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, it doesn't pump that one as much as it should. So not all of you have seen that. Check that out. It's a very unique video. It's different than the topics I usually talk about. It involves a little bit beyond Bitcoin. You know, don't live vicariously live through me, by the way. Either. Don't live vicariously through me. Let me be an inspiration to you. Don't say like, oh, well, I'll just pretend I was in South Africa and see what Adam has to say about South Africa. No. Come to South Africa. I'm in South Africa, which means you could go to South Africa too. This is my third trip to South Africa over the last 4 years. And you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't live vicariously through me. And that was what part of the video was about yesterday. And someone actually mentioned that, you know, debates online can be, you can learn from debates online. Yes, you can. But I agree. If it's a smart people debating each other and it isn't a subject matter that's been totally blown out of the water and it isn't someone using it as a gimmick to promote themselves, then yeah, you can. But what I was trying to say is, don't get caught up in like, it's a battle, it's a war, and that you're living your life through these people like hitting each other. And you want to, you know, you're just sitting there living through them. That's not good. Learning from them is all right if it's not a total like 80% type of debate, which a lot of them have become now. Anyway, watch yesterday's video. You'll get more of an idea of what I'm talking about right there. All right, and as I said, if you check me out on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, I will retweet Matt's video promoting Wednesday's event as soon as possible. And it is amazing how people are contacting me here in South Africa, here in Johannesburg, saying, I'm coming to the event, I'm coming to meet you, man. I'm excited to meet every single person. I will talk to every single person who wants to talk to me in Johannesburg, in Los Angeles, in Denver, any event that I do, wherever. Maybe in Edmonton this summer too. There's another sneak peek. Pound that like button, people. All right. So, and those, the ones in Canada that I mentioned, not definite yet. We're working on that stuff. If you have suggestions on where I should speak, you have an organized group of people. I love the meetup type of things. I love it. Santing. Yes, I just checked in the chat. And JC, who's an awesome dude, he typed in the word Santin, which reminds me that, yeah, the event is, I think, in Santin. I'm basically in Santin. If you're in Santin, you're close to where everything's going to be, where the blockchain event also is going to be on the 8th and the 9th, the big corporate event. So 7th, 8th, and 9th, really busy. And I'm hopefully going to be hanging out with people on the 10th for the one-on-one with Adam Meister event with his friends and people who know me from this stuff. So email me at adam@tresorhelp.com if maybe you want to hang out on Saturday night, the 10th. That's not guaranteed yet. Okay, now this is becoming too South Africa centric, this video, but hey, I love it. It's surreal to be back. The sun is coming up, which is also surreal because my sleeping schedule is totally messed up. I haven't purchased any food yet. Luckily, I had all these freaking sardines and stuff. This is bad. I bought these with a little bit of like the change I had left in Australia. And these are very healthy, dude. There's a life tip for you people if you're trying to save money. Travel with sardines, and then when you don't have time to make yourself a meal, you eat a bunch of sardines and a bunch of. And there's some other good food I brought with me that you're allowed to. Yeah, I save money, people. That's how you get to the position I get to. You get to travel around the world, and I only eat healthy food. And of course, no soda, no poisonous food. You don't eat this poisonous foods. You don't go out to dinner. Like I could have just like gone and got some pizza or something. No way, dude. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm going to eat what I got until it runs out. And today I'm going to go around the corner, buy some food, cook some good food, maybe get some an ostrich. And who knows what I'm going to get when I'm here. All right. We're getting distracted here, aren't we? And yes, and again, South Africa, this is a little off topic, but a lot of you are interested in these type of things. A lot of you are kind of starting off on your travels, are still not rookies, but not exactly moderate yet, but want to go to a place that's a little bit different. South Africa is because it's not 100% safe. Whatever, it's not perfect, but this is like the first not perfect place you should go to, because this Airbnb, I mean, I got a room here. It's like cheaper than most Airbnbs I get anywhere in the world. It's a great bang for your buck. And when because everything's nice. I got 2 toilets. I can take a different shower in a different bathroom every day. I mean, it's awesome. And the food is relatively cheap at the supermarket. You make some friends beforehand. You get some rides. The cryptocurrency community in South Africa is awesome. And in Johannesburg is awesome. I'm going to be really among you guys on Wednesday at Matt's event. It's going to be freaking awesome in Sandton. So anyway, for you travelers who want to like kind of move up from traveling around Europe, South Africa is an interesting place to check out because all the cities are cheap to stay in too. I mean, even when I was in Cape Town, obviously Port Elizabeth was cheap, and here Johannesburg, you get a lot of bang for your buck here, dudes. All right, let's stick with Bitcoin though. But that's about the life. I mean, you can live in Johannesburg for a month for so much cheaper than living in America, and just living in an Airbnb. You have everything, the internet, great stuff. I mean, great stuff. And when people ask, how do you travel? Well, there it is. That's a great deal. I mean, I spent over a month in South Africa in 2016. October, November of 2016. Okay, so this is becoming a lot to South Africa mention, and we got to stick to the title of this show because, so again, I haven't been on the internet much, but I do not usually turn on the TV set in any places that I go to. But since my internet I hadn't turned it on yet, and I was eating my sardines, I was like, what is this Bloomberg stuff? And Matt was asking me, how do I think about show titles? And I give Matt a lot of credit because he's trying to spread the word of cryptocurrency. He's not a cryptocurrency expert, Matt Brown, and he'll tell you that straight up. But he's trying to get people into something new that's productive. He's trying to get people in motion. It's going to be great. So when I'm watching this Bloomberg or whatever, and again, Matt asked me, how do you come up with subject matters? Well, I can hear about anything and turn it into into a cryptocurrency show. So on Bloomberg, I mean, they were talking about China. They're talking about how Amazon is thinking about having checking accounts. And I forget what else is my title here. We're gonna get into that in a second. But God, I am really skipping around my ideas here. So Amazon wants to start checking accounts, okay? And on Bloomberg, you got 3 women just blabbing about nonsense about, oh, young people love to have their own checking accounts with Amazon, and they're trying to compete with banks, creating not exactly a bank. But they don't even bring up cryptocurrency. And it's actually a really bullish sign for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency that Amazon is going in this direction. And it shows you that people want to go beyond banks. They want to go because some people can't have credit cards, and thus they'll get a free checking account at Amazon. So they'll be able to be basically serfs to Amazon. They'll use their Amazon checking account to buy Amazon. Not to buy anything else, they'll be stuck in Amazon. So cryptocurrency is really a great way to, if you've got bad credit or you don't want to be stuck in Amazon's farm or whatever, you'll be able to use that anywhere. So they didn't bring up cryptocurrency in their little spiel, but cryptocurrency is the ultimate If people are getting ready to use financial mechanisms that mimic banks, if they're comfortable with using an Amazon checking account, which isn't going to be a bank, because they're not going to be an official, they're getting around it somehow. They'll be young people will be very comfortable with using cryptocurrencies, which is your own private bank, a mechanism that mimics banks. That's your own private bank. All right, did I skip around here? Now, a Bitcoin person has to be responsible for themselves, while an Amazon account user will just depend on Amazon maintaining their account and everything. But again, you want to be an independent person. You don't want to be stuck on the Amazon farm and just living off of Amazon. Maybe then you'll have to be a worker for Amazon too. So, all right, what do we have? Else do we have here? As I am jumping all around the whole different thing. 5% crew is doing great, pumping up the Be Private word. From what I can tell, there's really no new Be Private news. But the feel I get from scanning over Twitter is people are pretty bullish, and people are saying, yes, let's make it worth 5% of a Bitcoin. So I keep on doing that. I haven't had time to do that the last few days. Alistair Milne has a tweet about Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is constantly doing more transactions per day than Bcash, yet it has 1/7 the valuation. Similar story for Litecoin. Litecoin, which has more on-chain activity, but just over half the valuation. Okay, that's all true. No, people, the 80% don't care about the underlying benefits of these coins. I mean, Bcash markets itself more than those other coins do. That's the bottom line. And I'm not a Bcash fan. So, more people find out about Bcash. They have the Bcash name, and that helps their valuation right there. But that's a little bit of insight there. I like what Alistair Milne has to say. Things aren't valued the way they aren't based on technicals in cryptocurrency. Bottom line right there. 80% pumps up a lot of things based on nonsense. And so educate yourself. Bitcoin is the rock. Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency. Don't even mess with these other ones. I mean, so I've been so busy. And this is great about traveling, and this is great about life in general. I've hardly looked at the Bitcoin price over the last 36 hours. I don't even know I can't tell you what time it is anymore because I've been a little disconnected from the internet. It's a great feeling. I checked the price when I left Darwin, and now that I'm waking up here in Johannesburg and the sun's coming up, the price is about the same. Who cares? We only care about what it is in 2020. So, you don't become again, I'm not addicted to the price. I prove it right again that I don't need to check it all the darn time. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be disconnected from the Bitcoin world in a way, to be a little bit out of the loop. But I'm getting you guys back in a loop. And here's a great tip from tweet from CoinBot Guy, comparing the odds of winning Powerball to someone guessing your private key. The odds of guessing your Bitcoin private key is like winning Powerball 9 times in a row. Whoa. All right, that's pretty hardcore right there. Pound that like button, people. So yeah, China has long-term, they're talking about their long-term planning meeting that they're having, and that it's going to make the leader be the leader forever. Well, who cares? I mean, yeah, we knew the leader. That's what they do in countries like that. The leader is supposedly elected to some terms, and then, whatever, they decide to extend the terms. That's the way psychopathic leaders. But what I was hearing about on Bloomberg is that, yes, they're talking about their long-term plan. And that if you're in China right now, if you're a Chinese person, you don't want to be part of that plan because they've got a massive plan. And that means they have plans for you. And so opt out by getting into Bitcoin so you've got the financial freedom for yourself. So you're not in their plan anymore. And you can make a plan for yourself with Bitcoin to escape at any time. It's an insurance freedom plan. And people all over the world, you have to know, your country might not plan as well as China does, but they've got their own plans. And that means they've got plans for you if you don't have plans for yourself. And if you're an 80%er, you're like, oh, whatever, I'll live off the government. I don't care. Let them plan for me. I'll take care of it later. Long-term thinker 20%ers have plans for themselves because they don't want other people, be it the government, be it Amazon, be it whoever, to plan for them. They don't want to get in some rut where they're depending on the corporation they work for to give them a pension, because in the end of the world, personal responsibility, people, that is the counterculture. And so if you're like, I work for that company, that company's going to take care of me. I worked for them for 30 years. Of course, they're going to give me a pension. Wrong. You didn't depend on yourself. But wait, I worked so hard for them all those years, Adam. I was working. No, you were working for them, and you believe them all along they're going to give you a pension. You got to plan for yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself if you don't get your government pension. It's not their fault. It's not the government's fault. They've got their plan for you, and then they change their plan for you. You let them plan for you. It's not the corporation's fault that they lied to you about the pension, or they weren't lying at fault, but they changed their plan at first. They weren't lying at first. They changed their plan though. So, and you didn't plan ahead. You were depending on them. You got to depend on yourself here. Individual responsibility, personal responsibility. That's what I was talking about in the last video. That's what I'm going to be preaching all the time. And that's the basic thing of Bitcoin. That's where the big boys play. You can't blame anyone else for your mistakes in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. All right, here. What else do we have here? So yeah, China. So you don't want your country to plan for you. All right, so some Steemit news. And I read this. I was listening to a Stefan Molyneux video actually at the when I had a layover in Singapore, many hours ago now. They had a pretty good internet connection. Thank you, Singapore Airport. And so I'm listening to Stefan Molyneux, and he is planning ahead because he sees YouTube is cracking down on everyone. He's gradually moving his show to all these other platforms, and the dude is already on Steemit. So I linked to his Steemit below. It's Stefan.Molyneux. But I thought, man, that is so bullish for Steemit. He isn't even promoting it yet. But he's a smart guy who's already transitioning his platform to a lot of different platforms, but one of them, Steemit. He's already there. He actually has less followers than I do there now. Not for long, obviously. But it just shows you that he's a long-term thinker, and this is bullish for Bitcoin. He's bullish for Bitcoin, let me tell you, because he's been accepting Bitcoin and Litecoin for quite some time. And he's gotten quite a lot of it made. I mean, he's been into cryptocurrency as long as I have, since 2013 at the very least. But this is bullish for Steemit. The people behind Steemit should jump on this and say, hey, big time guy out there is moving over here. It's already moved over here, has done it pretty silently. You guys come over here too. So, and I'm sure if he's up for Steemit, he'll be up for other decentralized cryptocurrency platforms that involve earning Bitcoin. And so these are good signs here, good bullish BTC signs. Let me quickly see if I skipped any topics here. What was the title of this? Nobody did a super chat today. Oh well, that's it. No questions, I guess. Let me quickly again. What was hang on. This is a rarity when Adam is jumping around like this. Okay, so we did bullish BTC signs, the Amazon, okay, Stefan Molyneux, Steemit, China, all right. Oh yeah, here's one. One thing that I was reminded of here in South Africa, I'm so glad I just checked this out, is that there's so many people out there that have skipped important basic steps in cryptocurrency. I have talked about this before, but there are so many people, and I was reminded by some people I was talking to, that some people have went straight from, they heard about Bitcoin, now they own ICOs. And they don't even know how they really got a hold of them. Like someone bought it for them. So some of the things I'm going to be talking about at the event on all the events I'm going to be talking later, the Johannesburg one and in Los Angeles and probably in Denver also, is that you guys got to take it one step at a time. Learn to send a Bitcoin before you buy a Litecoin, okay? So before you get even into, because have a Bitcoin wallet, you have to have sent a Bitcoin before you handle Litecoin, which means before you head to the other altcoins or Ethereum, because they're all different. You're going to make mistakes. I've encountered people who've lost lots of Monero because they've been jumping around. They didn't know how to send a Bitcoin before they bought Monero or whatever. They've skipped so many basic steps in this. So one of the things that all of you can do to become more productive citizens is make sure that you haven't skipped it. Know what the Bitcoin halving is. Again, I encounter people who are marketing ICOs who don't know what the Bitcoin halving is. It's crazy. So that again goes back to pay attention to guys that have experience, pay attention to people in the World Crypto Network. do some basics with Bitcoin before you get into Litecoin, then do some basics with altcoins before you get into other altcoins and ICOs and all of that stuff, and just be patient and take your time. And there is no shame in admitting that you skipped a step and to go back and to try it out, because you're protecting yourself. You're going to, in the long run, you're going to be able to hold on to your Bitcoin longer. You're going to understand what the Bitcoin halving is, people, in 2020, what this event is and how it went down in 2016. Okay, before you get involved with ICOs and all of this, even though there are dudes that are ICO pumpers out there that don't know what the Bitcoin halving is. All right, I think I covered everything here, but no. And again, come up to me in person and you can say, yeah, Adam, I don't understand what this is. And I'll tell you, man. And again, you can email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. We set up a crypto consultation and we'll go from there, because there are a lot of people that are skipping important steps. And trust me, in the long run, you're going to get hurt. You're going to lose some of your cryptocurrency, which is a shame. But again, it's your own choice. It's your own choice. If you don't want to do the learning, if you don't want to have the patience, you made the choice, and in the end, you'll learn the hard way, and you only have yourself to blame. Personal responsibility. That's the awesomeness about it. But you, on the other side of the coin, take personal responsibility, admit you don't know everything that you're talking about yet, and educate yourself. The people that we talk about here on the World Crypto Network and all of the associated channels. Check out the podcast below if you're not listening right now. And I do encourage everyone to listen to the podcast. You know, watching the videos are cool too and everything. If you want to see my wacky hair of the day or my wacky t-shirts and all that stuff. So I'm pumped to be here in Johannesburg. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video. Do check out the notes section below. And I think that is it for now. So see you later.